It's June the 4th, 2019. Bitcoin dominance decline may signal the beginning of the next altcoin season. If this is interesting to you, you're going to like this video. If you like it, be sure to subscribe for the next episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin. Just a quick look at our disclaimer here. You can pause the video to read through it carefully. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you an inside scoop of what our community is doing to prepare for the next altcoin bull market wave. But first, let's dig into the price of Bitcoin. Over the past few weeks, we've been watching this divergence in the RSI from the prices and saying, you know, that's a bearish divergence. It's a bearish divergence. While at the same time, still looking for the big parabolic move in Bitcoin. And so as the RSI was making this long upward trend in the daily view, we looked back in history and said that it's got to break above 72, 76, 80 for this to be able to break higher. And it didn't. Of course, we saw that prices have broken down and the RSI eased off from the points we were watching. And we said that the on-balance volume had to pick up and be above the 28,000 mark here, whatever this number is. And it had to break above those levels for the parabolic move to continue, and it didn't. In fact, prices have broken down, and the on-balance volume is going kind of negative on the daily view. And on the MACD indicator, we also were watching this top out and said that, you know, the green line's got to cross above the red, and the histogram's got to go positive if this is going to go parabolic. But as we know, prices have broke above or broke down below the top formation. So now I'm going to go back to the RSI, and what I want to do is start zooming in on the time frames to say, is this going to continue going down further? Because this RSI from this point definitely looks like it could be coming down to retest some of the old support and resistance, which is normal market movement. It's nothing surprising, really. When we zoom in, take a look at this, we're still seeing the RSI quite negative compared to the highs here. And we'll zoom in more and take a look at this. So the RSI is still not giving me a bullish divergence here. We've got lower lows. It's not diverging from the prices to show me that there's momentum pushing the other direction and stopping it from going down. Not yet, anyway. And we're also looking at nested 1, 2, 3 top formations here, where we had this top and it's broken down below these levels. It's really in such a range of support and resistance right now that I'm wanting to see, as we zoom in on this, that the RSI is diverging in some point. So here we have a little bit of a bowl shape, and the RSI is showing a little bit of strength. When we zoom into the 15-minute view, this does give an RSI divergence at this point. So it's pretty right to the front edge to say, you know, and it's got this bottom formation now that's shaping up to be a double bottom, or a 1, 2, 3 bottom maybe. Really a consolidation point, and we'll see later as we go into the rest of the coins some similarities. So let's go and do on-balance volume the same way. We were watching this diverge as the on-balance volume was getting weaker and the prices were getting higher. We're remarking on the fact that this rally up had more volume and buying volume than this one. The bulls were running out of steam, and it made a 1, 2, 3 top formation and broke down below that while the on-balance volume was going negative. So those are definitely all combining together to give us this sell signals. And if you were going short or getting out of a signal, this is where you would start to phase in and out, because we're in an uptrend on this. You don't want to do, you know, you got to know your own risk control rules and your own exit and entry strategies. Those things need to be written out in advance, and you have to act on them without thinking once you come up to that point. So at any rate, we're still looking at the volume of the sells going on here. Now I'm comparing the volume of this sell, how much selling was there and it resisted. How much selling was there here and the market didn't crack. How much selling is there here? It's you know, the same amount of selling as we see here, and the market still didn't break down further yet. So there's, you know, it's not got the big dump yet to knock it down. What time frame are we in here? 1 hour. Zoom into the 15-minute and check out how this dump, the flavor of this dump. We had more stronger selling here, less strong selling here, and now it's bouncing a little bit positive. So on the 15-minute view, this is agreeing that this may be holding here at this point. Now let's zoom in on the MACD and see what it's saying as we change time frames. still looking negative here. This was the divergence we were calling and watching for the last, 2 weeks as it was unfolding. And it's not a signal on itself, but as we come to this top formation and the exponential moving averages are crossing over, the histograms going negative, all these things are all adding up, especially when we're putting all of these indicators together. That top formation was pretty clear. Now, what's it going to do after that? That's what we're doing now, is zooming in to see, has it got enough turnaround power here to stop, or is it going to be fading back further? And so far, it seems to me that it hasn't got the power to stop fully. It seems to be got momentum to continue going down, just from my own general feel. But when we go to this chart and we're looking at Bitcoin, US dollar, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Stellar versus US dollar, all four charts are coming to an important support and resistance level that they've hit since the 13th of May. And there have been 4 bottoms here. There's been a number of bottoms in Litecoin, 4 or 5 bottoms here in Stellar, and all these bottoms in Bitcoin. So that does seem like an important staging area here, that if we were to go and dig under the RSI and the on-balance volume and the MACD for each of Ethereum and Litecoin and Stellar, we would probably be seeing similar details. Now, on a break below these levels, it's really going to be key, and it's going to stretch everything out for another couple months or another month. That prices are going to take for a while for them to hover around here and build momentum up again. So these are really key levels to watch. Now, when we go on and we're watching for Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum and Stellar versus Bitcoin, we can see that the alts have taken a step up. As Bitcoin's making this top formation, the alts are making a step up and holding that step up. So as we go now to continue on to get some more broad market view, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart that I was talking about at the beginning, where from April 1st until May 13th, Bitcoin dominance staged and grew, but it's pulled back and made a top formation. And weakness below here, while the alts are holding steady, means that the alts are going to be taking off. And so I'm going to zoom out on this now. Let's go to the 1-year view of this Bitcoin dominance. I guess I got to go right back to the 5-year view. So here we're looking at the weekly, and we can see how Bitcoin dominance dropped from March to July of 2017 during the big Altcoin Bull Run. And again, Bitcoin dominance dropped here from December 2017 to January 2018, the 2 major altcoin rallies. Now we've come to this support and resistance level, and if Bitcoin was going parabolic, then I would imagine this is going to go up and the world is going to talk only about Bitcoin for a while. Altcoins will get crushed. However, if this starts dropping and altcoins are starting to moon, I think they are going to take over the sunshine. So let's go, here's the 5-year view of the altcoin market cap versus dominance chart. And you can see here that March to July 2017, December to January 2018, the 2 big altcoin bull runs. Now we've come to 3 bottoms along this important area. And as I start zooming in on this, we're looking at the 6-month view. Now we can see April the 1st till May 13th, as altcoins were getting crushed and Bitcoin dominance was going up. Now we've seen a turnaround and altcoins starting to show some strength. So a break above this line for altcoins is super bullish. A break below this line for, let me zoom in on this, a break below this line for Bitcoin dominance is also super bullish, in my view, for altcoins. Now, the reason I think that is super bullish for altcoins is this overall altcoin market cap chart. This is the 5-year view, and we can see the volume underneath these price averages. The volume is insane, and we're coming out of historical low prices in altcoins, and I think that they're going to be mooning. I think that they're going to be taking off and have all sorts of bottom formations, and we're tracking that. So I'm going to finish up this video by talking about our crypto trading signals and alerts that are going on right now, and I'm going to give you a bit of an inside view. This is some of the crypto signals and alerts that we're holding right now. Atom is up 41%. ARN is up 19%. These are just the ones on Binance. BCPT is up. Stellar is up. HC is up very nicely. So if we take a look at all of these screenshots of the coins when we put out the alert, here's an example of Atom where we put out the alert where the buy signal was. And if I go over now and I take a look at the price of Atom, let's look at the 1 month view. Here is our trading signal and the price of it now. So our stop loss is above our entry and we're watching this one. It's going to be a fantastic trade taking off. And the most important thing about this is that right now in Binance, as we go through our trade alerts inside the website for our members, we have 57 of the markets that are now in trading alert patterns that are coming up to being a potential trading signal. We also have another 15 over on Poloniex that are potential trading signals right now as we're going through and monitoring everything on Binance. We're going through every one of these markets and checking them all against the price of Bitcoin, watching for these bottom formations, checking out the diverging RSI on many of these markets. There's some amazing life-changing opportunities setting up right now in the altcoins. And it may take only $20 in each of these things. You know the story of putting $20 into Bitcoin back in 2011 when it was just $1 a Bitcoin. There's many opportunities now to put $5 here and there in all of these different alts. And I think it could be life-changing for everybody who is paying attention right now. So I appreciate your audience checking out the price of Bitcoin. Tune in next time as we follow what is going on with the price of Bitcoin every 24 hours. Good to have you here. And I look forward to the next episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin.